from Mr.
Handling performance of the week. Check out this nice crossover move by LA Laker point guard Nick Van Exel.
Van Exel. And it counts. Nick Van Exel, and even the Sacramento fans applauding that. That was something else.
Now we head back into the action in the Eastern Conference, starting with an Atlantic Division showdown between the Nets and the Wizards. In New Jersey, two teams fighting for the 8th and final playoff position went head-to-head. And Washington seemed to be in command as they built an 18-point lead in the third quarter.
Weber cross court. Cheney, open look.
Oh, they are picking them apart.
But the hometown Nets battled back, led by the hot shooting of Kerry Kittles. New Jersey went on a 16-3 run, and they caught up with the Wizards as Sherman Douglas tied it up. Throughout the fourth quarter, this dramatic contest went back and forth, with neither team able to take control. In the final seconds, the Wizards had the ball and had a chance to win it. But the Nets came up with a big stop. But in the overtime, Chris Webber put Washington in front.
Weber makes his move. Layup is good and a foul.
The Nets would have one last chance to tie it, but they came up short.
For the Nets, another disheartening loss. This one is very damaging.
Now let's head back into the action in the Central Division with a look at one of the hottest teams in the league, the Charlotte Hornets.
Ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, the Hornets are on quite a roll. And Glenn Rice got them off to another strong start against the Jazz.
Keep the Jazz up. He has 11.
Late in the first half, Charlotte went on a 26-8 run to break the game wide open.
Curry's got it. Cross court right side. Rice underneath. Vernon Maxwell scored the layup.
The Hornets cruised to a 26-point win, handing the Jazz their worst loss of the season and snapping Utah's 11-game winning streak. 2 nights later, Charlotte knocked off another one of the top teams from the West as they ran past the San Antonio Spurs.
Rice up the floor, and the Spurs now have a real problem.
It was the Hornets' 6th straight road win, tying a franchise record.
They have put together quite an impressive back-to-back in the NBA. They beat Utah on Wednesday. Tonight they come to San Antonio, and they give the Spurs only their 8th Alamo Dome loss of the season.
In Toronto, the fans were excited about seeing the NBA champs, and especially His Airness, Michael Jordan. And they would not be disappointed as MJ put on quite a show.
Michael, oh my, spectacular.
The Bulls had a 12-point lead with 6 minutes left, but the Raptors simply refused to fold and tied the game late in the fourth.
Can you believe these Raptors against the Bulls? Again!
Michael, who had 33 points, put the Bulls back on top.
Michael Jordan does it again.
But Toronto came right back, hitting another big shot.
Yes! John Christie, a two-pointer. The Raptors have tied it up again. Can you believe it?
But in classic Jordan style, Michael took the game into his own hands.
This guy is the legend in crunch time. Jordan buries the Raptors' hopes.
Now let's take a look at the Eastern Conference playoff picture. The Chicago Bulls, with the league's best record, are on top and have clinched a playoff spot. The Miami Heat, leaders of the Atlantic Division, are in second. The Pacers are in the number 3 spot. The Hornets, who've won 14 out of their last 15, are in 4th, followed by the Hawks. The Knicks are in 6th, just ahead of the Cavaliers. The Washington Wizards are clinging to the 8th and final playoff spot, followed closely by the Orlando Magic and New Jersey Nets. All right, it's time for Hot Shots, where we highlight one of the best performances of the week. Rex Chapman and the Suns hosted the Sonics in a key Pacific Division matchup. And right from the start, Rex had the touch from long range as he lit up Seattle.
Chapman pulling up with a 3, and Chapman looks like the Rex Chapman of old here tonight. Chapman running up and hitting one, and he's hitting everything. I mean, he is on fire tonight.
Anytime the Sonics gave him room, Rex took advantage as he burned them from deep.
Up to Chapman, another one on the way, and Rex Chapman is putting on a clinic. I mean, an absolute clinic.
Robinson the double team out to cap it a long three. Boy, I tell you, this is something to see.
Yeah, the Suns sharpshooter had all the answers as he led his team down the stretch, hitting several clutch shots.
Kaplan with another three. Yes! Incredible shooting by Kaplan.
I just play my game, play hard, and you know, that's the only way I know how to play. And as long as I do that, then I'm pretty happy with myself.
Yeah, Rex had a big hand in the Phoenix Suns' victory as he scorched the Sonics for 28 points, including 6 3-pointers.
You gotta love it to watch a rising star.
Hard to the base, pull back. Fires a strike to Hart. An easy score. Hart. There you go. Leaves it off for Lamar. And a big one here for Lamar.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now, a close-up look at the exciting Atlanta Hawks-Detroit Pistons rivalry. In overtime. Last season, the two teams met in the Eastern Conference playoffs. And the series came down to a decisive Game 5.
Detroit needs Grant Hill right now bigger than ever.
Doug Collins' Pistons came out flying in the first quarter, led by their superstar Grant Hill.
Grant Hill with the explosion!
But Atlanta rallied behind Dikembe Mutombo, who dominated the paint. Down 10 points in the first half, Mutombo ignited the Hawks at both ends.
Radical rebound is won by Mutombo. Long outlet for Steve Smith. And Doug Collins wants a 20-second timeout.
In the final minute, Steve Smith delivered in the clutch.
Smith, long shot out of the corner! The best of 5 series goes to the Atlanta Hawks.
I can't say enough about my players. They stepped up big. I mean, they made contributions. They rooted for one another. It was just great. It was a great series.
This week, the Hawks and Pistons had a rematch. And this time, Detroit had a new coach and some new players, like Jerry Stackhouse.
Flips it to an alley-oop. Backdoor cutting. Jerry Stackhouse for the slam. Wow!
The Pistons' big men, led by center Brian Williams, came up big as they took an 11-point lead in the third quarter. And in the fourth, Detroit got a boost from an unlikely source.
Shot rejected by Don Reed. Tried to dunk it. Second time he sent it to him. Unbelievable! He got his dunks thrown away twice by Don Reed. Unreal!
The Pistons prevailed, keeping their playoff dreams alive.
By Mutombo and does!
I think we're playing our best basketball of the year right now. If we go out and win the games we're supposed to win and try our luck against the real good teams, I think we have a shot.
Now, we enter another basketball dimension and check out some of the week's best plays. In the highlight zone. This week's zone's full of so many tasty treats, well, it'll make you flip. So call your friends as we dial up these buzzer beaters from a long distance.
But Frisbee, a long three-pointer, turns it.
Not impressed? Well, check out Martin Mercer.
Picked off by Mercer. He gets it away. Oh, yeah.
Still not convinced? Well, let's see if the Celtics' Dana Barros can get you excited.
Dana? Yes! Well, we got a Barros dance step, too. I mean, this is becoming musical.
Okay, so buzzer beaters aren't for everyone. But these spin moves will surely turn some heads. To get us started, here's the Raptors' Chauncey Billups.
Oh, Chauncey!
Dribble drive, Fox. 360 carried underneath. Make a left-hand layup.
And Ron Mercer really knows how to spin.
Oh, what a spin move by Mercer. Right, McKee said, whoops.
Oh, and don't forget about his airness.
Michael around 2 defenders over.
Now, for those of you who really know what to do with a rock, we bring in these great assists.
Here's 5, going to try to hide behind Willis. He does. Passes off to the drain for 2. Oh, what a play, Clyde Drexler.
How about this great connection?
Ward, beautiful pass to Larry Johnson. Sure, a baseline with a burst. Good dump down, Ilgauskas, who rocked the rim. Oh, this move with the dribble and a great lead for Raptors. Nice feed. Oh, Camby to Wallace. That's right.
Yeah, and here's someone who needs no assist.
Oh,
Man, that was pretty. I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe Michael knows. Anyway, we're out of here.
It is finally upon us. Another season